Hey, what's up guys? Steve here, and welcome back to another episode of Train Sim World 2. So today we continue our journey on the Southeastern high-speed routes. Today's route we will be carrying on with one of the scenarios in the new DLC for this particular game. So we are doing today the shopping shuttle. So let's crack on and see what we've got to do today.
Tickets, please!
Right, so welcome to St Pancras International. Because of busy bank holiday, an extra service has been put into operation, which we will be driving, head towards the cab to get started. So let's head on over to today's train, which you can see just here on the right, and we will get on in. So, as I say, back at St Pancras today. So, yeah, again, as we saw in the last one, great, well modelled. So let's hop in, shut the door, jump into our seat, and let's get this train ready to go. So let's turn the master key to on, and then reverse it to neutral. Click the unlock the doors. It says unlock the left door, so we can let these people get on. And doesn't look like there's anyone on the platform to get on, but we'll let them on. So let's press the control button for 2 seconds. Cool, that's on. The pan up, shoes down button, and press it again to close the circuit breaker. Right, and we're just waiting for people to get on. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a lot of people on this particular train. I don't know why, but there doesn't seem to be. Well, let's see if we can see anyone getting on. No one seems to be on the platform. So let's stick this camera at the top here. I want to try a different view as we're driving down the route today. So yeah, we'll. They seem to always want to get on at the back of the train. I think it's something that was. It's probably fixed by the time you'll see this video, but it was an issue at the time. So. Right, let's mess around with the fan and get all our heating and lighting and everything set up. So, yeah, fan mode's on, fan temperature control is fine. Right, cool. So, I think we're okay for that. So, people are almost loaded. So, yep, let's lock our doors. Perfect. Right. So, let's reset the DRA. Set this to forward. And apply some power to get ourselves moving. So let's head on towards our first stop, which will be at Stratford International. We're not moving anywhere. Why are we not moving anywhere? I wonder if it's this button. Yeah, probably just the circuit breaker. Let's try that again. There we go. And we are away. I don't know why that keeps doing it. It's something to do potentially with the reverser handle that we click. You're having to keep clicking that button there, but it might just be us doing something really weird and maybe just going past the forward when it should stick in the forward position. Alright, so we've got a green light here. So first stop, as I say, is at Stratford International. So let's head on out of the station here and try and crawl down this particular route. Not one thing I've never noticed. I know we've come out of this route a couple of times, but the canal boats here. Look, there's like a little marina here on the left with all these generic canal boats in. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, look at this. We're speeding already. Let's slow down just a little bit. Try and keep to the speed limits as we're going in today's route. Alright, perfect, that's fine. So yeah, guys, I hope you are all well, have been enjoying some of these videos. I must admit, getting back into Train Sim World 2 is quite exciting. I've enjoyed doing some of these routes, especially on this new one. But yeah, so I hope everybody is doing well and having a good week themselves. So we're picking up a bit of speed here just as we come out of the tunnel there, and before we go into one of the main tunnels and head through this big old dark tunnel here. So let's power up just a little bit. I don't know where the lights have gone. I'm sure we set the lights to on. Okay, so we got speed limit changed to 80. We'll slow down a little bit. There we go. We're over speeding just a little bit. Right, cool. So we get to go up to 200 now, so we can carry on putting power through. Or maybe we didn't. Their tail off, night back up, day back up, night running, day running. Alright, let's leave it at day running. Oh, there you go. Now we've got some lights. Now we can see where we're going. Should we turn the cab light off? There you go. That's better. Now we can kind of see the tunnel and the speedos and everything that we need to see going forwards. Right. So let's try and keep some speed up. We've got 4.2 miles before we need to get to Stratford International, and it's about, what, 4 minutes before we get there, so hopefully we arrive on time. This thing seems to be picking up speed okay. I don't know if it's what we're doing. And we're going downhill, so it should in theory pick up speed a bit quicker, and we should be able to get to that 200 kilometers an hour speed limit, so we should get there in time. Right, we're about to come to a 230 limit, so we can pick up a bit more speed. Alright, and we got a reward. We've driven 39 miles. That doesn't seem like a lot, bearing in mind how long this route is, but anyway, it's there. So, alright, so we can now... Okay, yeah, so we can now... 225, so that's about to get... Oh no, we got... Oh no, don't worry. I'm looking at the speedos in the right, and it's like 2.3 miles till we get to 100 kilometres, so I think we should be fine for a little bit. We'll coast through this tunnel just a little bit before we get out the other end. And we're 2.3. Okay, so we're starting to slow down. That's obviously as we're preparing to arrive at Stratford International. We got 2 miles out, so I guess we'll just now start to decrease again as this speed suggestion does, so that we can make sure that we hit the stop in a perfect time. Right, cool. So we need to go down to 160. It's nice to have this as a, because obviously it's such a high-speed train. It's good to have the suggestion of what sort of speeds we should be doing, and you know, how we should slow the train down in order to meet the station and the place on time. Right, so yeah, there you go. See, now we're down to 100. How far are we out? We're about 1 mile out, so that's probably why it's suggesting that. So we'll slow down a little bit. We don't want to overshoot or fail it or do anything like that, as we have done on a few of the practice ones. So we've gone steaming past a red light when we shouldn't have. Right, so we should be able to coast for a little bit here until we get in. So we're 0.7 miles for our stop. 0.6, right, cool, bit of light here, so I'm guessing that's a ventilation shaft or something. Right, so we're still at 100, so we can stay at 100 for a little bit. So 100 kilometers an hour speed limit is coming up here, just a couple of hundred yards. Cool, there we go. Right, now let's start slowing down, because we've got 600 yards before we have to hit our stop. Perfect. Yep, we don't want to overshoot if we can help it. Alright, perfect. Right, good. So we're starting to see the train outline on the floor there. Let's slow her down. 100 yards. And alright, cool. So we're coming in here, 15 kilometers an hour, ease off the brakes gently, and we will crawl in. So we are, oh, we're early, look at that, we're a minute early. So we obviously were going a little bit too quick somewhere, because we're now early. So, right, let's stop here. Let's open the doors, unlock right, and let's get these people on board. Hopefully there's a few people to get in. I do love the way this train looks. It's amazing at how well designed it is, and you know, the light there shining off of it. Right, so let's... Oh god, okay. Not sure what I did there. I pressed the wrong button. So hopefully that won't cause me an issue with... no, it's not that one, it's that one there. Just press it just in case we end up having any issues as we pull off. Right, perfect. So we're waiting for people to get on board. I love how how well this station's designed as well. Never been to Stratford International, but the fact that it's like multi-layered and you've got different train routes coming up and down and over and everything is pretty cool. Right, there's a few people wandering onto the platform. We've only got a few more seconds before we have to close the doors, but I think we're early, so we probably will have to wait. Yep, so we're going to have to wait just a little bit before we can shut the doors. About a minute in total. Right, perfect. Oh, there's the departure board there. So I know that they're now trying to integrate those departure boards and arrival boards onto other routes. I think part of the route map they were doing was to get it onto some of the older routes, the more sort of the like the Long Island Railroad and mass transit and things like that. So it'd be good to see that technology moving sort of between the other routes as well. Alright, so 10 or so seconds before we have to depart. Don't press random buttons. Alright, cool. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So let's lock our doors. I won't try and talk over that beeping because it's really annoying. Alright, so we're at Ebbsfleet International for our next stop, which is 16 miles away. So we should be able to put our foot down. Yeah, we've got a 230 km/h speed limit coming up, so we should be good to gain some speed and hopefully arrive on time. It hasn't given us an arrival time though. It's really strange. Alright, cool. So there we are, pulling out the station. Love this train. Really, really enjoying these particular routes. Alright, perfect. So heading out of the station here, picking up speed as we go into the tunnel. So it's been out, I think by the time you'll see this video, it will have been out for about a week. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they've just announced 2 new sort of add-ons for this route. So you've got one which is a new train and one which is like a new pack. So we'll start with the new train. So as we're in the tunnel, I'll see if I can flash up a image of what the train looks like. But basically it's a slightly, I wouldn't say older generation, but it's kind of like a you know, a 90s 2000s kind of train. So it's the BR Class 465 EMU. So it's a traditional commuter train. If you've been in and around the sort of Southeast train network, you'd have seen it. I remember being on one a number of times heading into London from where I live. So it's just, as I say, it was come out on the 4th of March, so it's probably a week or so ago if you've for when you're watching this video. But yeah, it was obviously first, you know, in terms of the train itself, was first introduced in 1992 and has been in use up until then. It got an update in 2005. It's a multi-train unit as well, so it can be used much like the sort of the newer class trains that we've got on this route. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got more scenarios with it as well, so you get some additional scenarios for these routes as well. So I'm not sure whether that's something that we'll get and try on this particular one. I don't know, let me know what you think. Put in the comments section below if you think it's something that you'd like to see me try. And then, yeah, as I say, there is one more coming to this particular route, and that's a diesel pack. It's got some additional diesel units. I'm not sure when that one's coming out. I think it's coming out around the 11th or 12th, I think it is. So that's just some older style. They call it the Diesel Legends pack. So haven't got much information on that at the minute, but as I say, it will be coming out. It's some of the trains, I believe, that are on other routes that are available, so I don't think it's anything that's like revolutionary and new, but it's just something that they've added into this particular route, so you can get it. There is some trains on this route that are I think I've seen a couple of them in sort of other stations when we've been flying through. There's a few older trains with some old carriages and stuff like that. I can't remember what they're called, but it's kind of like a shuttle kind of like day trip train. But yeah, so there's some new bits on that coming out as well, which is pretty cool. I love the fact that they're adding like multiple trains now to this route, so it's something that you can increase. As I say, I know that's something that with other routes they've not done, so they're like, obviously there's only some that you can do, but some of the other ones that they've only really got 1 or 2 trains on, it's kind of good to have different ones and different routes. It kind of means that this pack can last a lot longer. You can do a lot more on it. But yeah, those are pretty cool, and those are coming out in the next week or two. So yeah, let me know if you think they're something, especially the commuter train, the EMU, whether or not you think that's worth us trying on the channel. But yeah, there's other. Lots of news has come out for this, obviously other routes and stuff, so you know, it's I don't know whether you guys are interested in seeing more Train Sim World 2 or not, but yeah, if you watch the videos, like it, so, you know, put a comment in the section below if you want to see it's something that we carry on. Alright, so we're waffling on all the way through that tunnel. So how are we getting on? So we are 9 miles outside of Ebbsfleet, going down this little carriageway, kind of like, you know, kind of sectioned in part of the track again. And I guess at some point, there's another one coming the other way. Still yet to see the train bow on any of the routes. That's one thing I haven't seen yet. I've not encountered it. I know it is totally random, but I'm sure at some point you should see it once or twice. Right, cool. So this was the camera angle I wanted to try and get while we were setting up in the station. It's just this. I suppose it gives a good idea of speed as you're whooshing past all the overhead cables and bridges, as we've just smashed into that bridge. But yeah, I think it's you know, I've said it on the past video. I think the train, the surroundings is very well modelled, and you know, very true to sort of life, I guess, in terms of the surrounding areas and the horn and everything like that. It's good as well. But yeah, I think it's you know, I'm really enjoying this. I hope you are as well. I know it's a bit different from the traditional bus stuff that we do, getting back into Train Sim World, but you know, I hope it's hope you guys are enjoying watching it and support this. So right, so what we 6 miles before we get to Ebbsfleet. Yeah, so we're going up and over here, so I think this is the crossings, the Dartford crossing here somewhere. I can't remember where the blooming crossing was now. It's around here somewhere, I know that much. One side, maybe. No, is it going to pop in at some point? No. Oh, seems to be a bit flooded on those areas there. But yeah, I'd say there's a lot of other routes coming out on this one. Okay, stop messing around with the camera. There we go. Yeah, lot of new routes coming out for this. I think one of the ones I saw the other day was from Rivet Games, the people who did the Isle of Wight route. It was a Swiss route, I think it was called the Arosa line or Arosa line. I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing that, but that looked really good. It seems to be a mountain kind of type railway, going through various different tunnels and passes and avalanche zones, and also really small towns and stuff like that. It's not something that I normally kind of look at, but it looked pretty cool in the way that it was designed. Oh, there you go. There's the Dartford crossing. Yeah, I knew it was here somewhere. But yeah, that particular route looked really good. I'm not sure when that's coming out. I haven't seen a release date for it yet. I know it's in development, but that looked really cool. I must admit, I know mostly the ones we've done in this have been like UK lines and UK trains. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see what comes out. See what sort of price it comes out at as well. So you know, it's if it's not too expensive, it might be something that we try. Right, cool. So we're slowing down a little bit here. So obviously we're starting to approach Ebbsfleet. So let's start to slow down a bit. So we need to be about 200 by now. So we're a little bit over. Not technically speeding, because we are still under the red speed limit, but it's just obviously a guideline as to what sort of speed we're supposed to be going at. Right, cool. So now we're down to 160. So the 170 kilometers an hour actual physical limit starts in about 1,000 yards, so we should be okay for that one. Right, perfect. So we're under 160. I don't know whether this will carry on going. What, we 1.3 miles away from the destination. Right, good. So 130, which we're about to meet, so that's fine. Here we go. Right, so we're just coming out of the tunnel here. Alright, good. There we go. Slow down. So speed's gone down to 170. And we are at 112-ish. So good. We should have this. There's no arrival time. Look at that, the top left. There's no arrival time. So maybe we can get here whenever we want. Who knows? But we're not going to be late. That's one thing. We haven't got an arrival time, so we can't be late. Right, perfect. So let's crawl in here. Right, and then we're just going up a bit as we go towards Ebbsfleet. Yep, before we go to Ebbsfleet. And right, so we've got a red light in 1,000 yards. That must be for the station. Yep, 600 something. Right, so we're speeding a little bit. Let's slow down. Oh God, we're speeding quite a lot. I really didn't notice that speed. Oh, go. There was an 80 kilometers an hour there. So what sort of speed was that supposed to be? I don't know. Anyway, right. So what have we got? 250 yards before we get to our stop. Yep, I can see the train markings on the ground starting to come in. So let's slow down gently and crawl in here. There's a few people waiting on the platform. Right, perfect. Let's slow down. Try and hit our marks here if we can. 10 yards. Oh, yeah, probably a bit early, but we'll be fine. There we go. Right, perfect. So let's unlock our doors and let these people out. Okay, change ends and begin the return service to London St Pancras. Okay, cool. Alright, so it looks like we're shutting down this end. Right, so do we just literally jump out? Oh no, there we go. So select that to neutral. Set the DRA. Set, there we go. Set the reverser to off. There we go. Set the master key to off. Right, is that it? Do we? Yep, sit in the driver's seat. Okay, there we go. So let's run to the other end. Make sure we shut that door. Don't want to be driving along with the door open. Right, so let's run down to the. Right, we'll go in here and let's just see what some of the inside of this cabin is like. So yeah, plenty of seats. And never noticed this. The logo for the driving seat looks like a man sat on a toilet. Never noticed that before. No, it looks like he's on the toilet. How very strange is that? Alright, cool. No, don't want to. What? Don't want to sit in the seat. Get off the seat. For God's sake. Don't know why it did that. Alright, let's go. Door. I hope those doors close behind me. Alright, let's jump out because I'm sick of opening doors. Alright, perfect. Newspaper stand? Yeah. So those are just some of the collectibles that you get on the route. So the newspaper stand and the warning sign. Alright, shut the door. What is that? Looks like a pole. Okay, anyway. Never noticed some of these bits in the cab. Right, perfect. So, sat in the driver's seat. So let's set the key to on. Let's set the reverser to neutral. Press the control button for 2 seconds. Press the pan up, shoes down button. Press it again to close the circuit breaker. Right, so we need to wait. God, what's that, about another minute before we actually leave. So we can admire the scenery whilst we're here. How wavy that road is. Talking about admiring the scenery, look. Not a very straight line on that road. Don't know who designed that. Alright, perfect. So let's a quick look around. So I don't know what there is. Not much around here to look at. Obviously I think that's the station there maybe. Right, so this is what happens when we're left with time to kill. We end up looking at random things like the parts of the train on top of the train. Right, so let's head to the front end of the train so we can sort of get the view as we go through the lovely English countryside. Right, that's it. Cool, there we go. Right, perfect. So let's give it 5 more seconds and then we can shut our doors. Perfect, so locked right this time. Right, let's let that noise go. So let's set that to forward and reset the DRA. Hopefully we should be good to go. Hopefully this will let us go. We're gonna go. Do I need to press the... No, look at that, there we go. Didn't need to press the button again. So obviously there is something that we're doing there slightly different. Right, horn as we go leaving the station so people know that we're leaving. That no one's going to stand too close to the train tracks. There's a lot of people waiting here. I guess there must be a train behind us that's coming soon because there's a lot of people stood on that platform waiting. Anyway, perfect. So we're heading back out now of the station and we're going back downhill. So we are going back to Stratford International. So we're basically just doing the reverse route of what we've just done. So back through the tunnels and everything there. So let's try not to speed too much as we have, what, 130 kilometers an hour coming up. We're doing 124, that's fine. We can probably stay at around this speed for the moment. And then we go up to then the 230 as we head back into the tunnel. Wait for the speed limit on the speedo to change. Don't want to overspeed. Perfect. Did we set the lights up? Headlights? No, we didn't. Okay, so let's go to day running. There we go. Perfect. Now we can see where we're going. Alright, cool. Let's power up and we'll gain some momentum. Get back up to close to the speed limit. And yeah, we're heading up to Stratford International, which is about 15 miles away. So got a bit of chance, a bit of time in this tunnel. So whilst we're in the tunnel, I suppose it's a good chance to obviously update on other bits and pieces. So for those that caught the last episode of Tourist Bus Simulator, obviously we had the new VDL, which, guys, I'm glad you've enjoyed the video. We've had quite a few views on that so far, well, quite a few views compared to some of the stuff on the channel at the minute. So yeah, thanks for those guys that have watched that. We have got another route in that bus coming up in the next episode, so that will be out next week. Again, just doing another route to try that particular one out. Got a bit more news on the bus. There's been loads of developments and dev videos come out over the last week or so, showing a bit more of the line, the buses, and all of that stuff. So that's starting to get more exciting. Obviously, that is coming out on the 24th. There's the Dartford Crossing again. Yeah, that's coming out on the 24th of March. So it comes to early access, and I think, from what I remember, it's like €25, which I don't think is a bad price. I think it works out about £22 in the UK. So, which for early access is I think it's worth getting early. Definitely be trying to get that when it launches. Don't know how good or bad it may well be at early stages, but we'll see. Okay, we seem to be heading straight through these little power cables. That's a little bit weird. But yeah, anyway, so that's coming out on the 24th. We'll try and bring that episode to the channel as quickly as we can after launch. Fortunately, I haven't got early access or access to beta or anything like that for that particular one, as much as I tried. We didn't, but yeah, that will be coming out then. Still no news on Bus Sim 21. Still no release date. Still no update on that. So I guess we'll just have to wait for that whenever it does come out and try and get it. But yeah, say a few bits and pieces coming out on the channel. A few games and stuff coming out. Loads of other bits and pieces, I think, keeping an eye on. I have bought, I'm not sure how well it's going to go, or see if it's going to end up on the channel. I did buy Tram Sim, and there was a new tram that came out on that one as well. I don't know whether or not you guys would want to watch that. It's a bit strange. It's very heavily German in terms of its development, and there's not a lot that I've seen that makes sense in English. But it's one route around Vienna, so it's kind of a bit strange. But I don't know. If you'd like to see that, put that in the comments down below if you'd like to see Tram Sim, or at least an episode of it, to see how well or badly I do at that, because yeah, it was not the greatest when I've played it previously. It takes a bit getting used to, but you don't know, might be something that's worth considering. What else do we normally do? ATS, American Truck Simulator, has come out with its next update, which is Wyoming, which will be the next state. That I again don't know when that's coming out, but that's going to be the next one. That's looking like, I don't know, I'm sure it'll have some unique features to it, but it's looking like every other state that they've come up. And and Euro Truck Simulator is obviously launching the Iberia DLC coming up, so that's going to be coming out soon. And I think they teased Russia, I think it was, or somewhere in Russia, that was out on the next work in progress. But I don't know how they're going to do that. It'd be massive, and probably, no doubt, full of bears and drunk Russians, maybe driving cars on the road. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I just made a massive stereotype. But anyway, that'd be quite fun, I suppose, when it comes out. Alright, so we're back into another tunnel. We've got about 6 miles. We've managed to keep up to the main speed. Oh, actually, we're over speeding, but it's wouldn't be one of our videos if we didn't speed in something. But that's coming through. There you go. So we're 5.7 miles to go. So yeah, we've managed to get back under the speed limit, which is good. And we've got to be at Stratford at 9:34 and 30 seconds. So what have we got? Another 5-6 minutes before we have to get there. But yeah, that's kind of everything that's going on the channel at the moment, guys. If you've got any suggestions for other games, new games out, ones that I've missed or ones that you guys are playing, then as always, put those in the comment section below. And if something's interesting, or you would like to see me try it, I'm more than happy to try it and see how we get on. It's obviously I know you guys are mainly here because I know the amount of views that videos get, mainly here for Tourist Bus and things like that, but I think we've got another episode of Bus Sim 18 coming out after the next one, after the next Tourist Bus video. We still got OMSI stuff to do as well. We've still got loads of routes on the London DLC which we haven't even touched on yet, as well as a few other other routes that we haven't tried that were UK based routes. So we've still got plenty of stuff to come out. Obviously time at the moment is probably my limiting factor. Trying to juggle work, home and videos is difficult. Obviously although we were in lockdown, fingers crossed as of the 12th of April we will be a bit more freer. Obviously the one in March has now passed, so we're now able to at least see one other person outside, but yeah, I've been kind of constrained with work quite a lot over lockdown, and with other commitments and stuff, it's been difficult to try and put out as many videos as I wanted to. So apologies with the sporadicness of some of these videos and the fact that we may go a week without receiving one. It's not for the love of trying, it's not for want of trying, but yeah, as I say, some things I'm sure, as you can understand, just take priority. And whilst I do enjoy doing YouTube videos and do enjoy creating them, unfortunately nowhere near being monetized yet, so I can't create a living from this. So obviously work has to come first. So but thank you guys for all your support. So I think we're up to about 218 subscribers by the time of this video. So we surpassed the 200 mark. Obviously the next big milestone for us will be 500. We're getting some good views. I know that not a lot of the people that are watched are subscribed. So, if you've enjoyed the videos and want to catch up with more of our videos, then please do click the subscribe button. We will endeavour to get better going forward with more regular videos, and hopefully, if we can get some different games and stuff, we may even go back to something new Saturday and start getting back to 2 videos a week. But yeah. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. That was like 15 miles worth of rambling. So we're now here at Stratford. So let's pull on into the station, and this will be our last but one stop before we get back to where we started from. So let's gently crawl in to our stop here. Got 300 yards. There we go. So 300 yards to go. Is there anyone waiting for us? Don't seem to be many passengers here. Got a few people here by the looks of it. So alright, let's head on down and we will try and stop on our marks. I think we might be a bit short. Are we early or late? Oh god, look at this, we're massively early. Right, that's... I don't know why we didn't speed too much, but alright, let's stop here. Try and stop on our marks. We go 4 yards out, I'll take that. Alright, so let's unlock right. Right, so there's one person. Is that one person? Yeah, one person. Oh no, there's 2 there. There we go. 2 people getting on. Alright, so I love this. Look at the attention to detail. Look at all this pantograph, I would say it's called. I'm probably going to get that wrong. But it was just amazingly well modelled. All the rust on it and everything. It's kind of got patina to it. I think it's probably the right word. But yeah, it's cool. I must admit, the train on this is amazing. Look at the amount of detail and time they've put into this route and train. Dovetail Games has done a really good job with it. The guys at Train Sim World 2 have just excelled on their, not as usual, on their train design. So, alright, so we've got a few more seconds to get people on, but then I think we're going to have to wait until 9:35 to go. Yeah, and then we're basically just carrying on to our next stop, so that's fine. Pretty much back to where we started. Right, let's go back. Right, cool. So yeah, we've got to wait a minute or so before we can shut our doors. So talk amongst yourselves while we wait. I think I noticed on the way in. Let me just have a quick look. No, it must have been further back to the right. Is there anything? So I know we're missing a few collectibles. Can't remember what I was trying, what you call them there for a minute. I think one of the ones that we've got. All people sat here patiently waiting. Don't worry, don't mind the fact that that your driver's wandering out of the train. He'll be back in a second. So yeah, there was some more of these collectibles to get. You see there the warning sign on the left, the newspapers. Oh, there it is. There's the map. So we were a map short. So there we go. So that's all our route maps collected. So I think we're still short a couple of the actual warning signs somewhere. So we'll, I'm sure they'll be hidden somewhere. I believe in one of the routes something was hidden like half a mile away from the train and in someone's back garden. So they're sneaky when it comes to things like that because they'll hide it all over the place. Right, why did I didn't want to sit in that seat. Why have I just sit in the main seat? Thank you. There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, cool. So about 10 seconds or so before we can leave, so we're almost ready to depart. Whilst we've had a nice little run around, explore and done some collectibles while we were sat here. Right, perfect. So let's lock the right doors. Cool. Right, so now we're back to St. Pancras. Right, let's go. So we've got 5 miles to go to St. Pancras and to our then final stop. So let's watch ourselves as we go out of the station itself. And then yeah, we're back into another tunnel. So not much you can see in the tunnel. It won't even let you do an outside view in the tunnel. So you're kind of stuck in the cab view. Lots of works going on here on the right. Yeah, loads of sort of like pipes and stuff and rubbish and whatnot. I'm sure that's a development going on somewhere. Alright, cool. And then we're back up to 225 kilometers an hour as we're going through. Right, there we go. So not long now before we complete today's route, hopefully. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging around and enjoying. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. We will be back to normal bus-related content from next week. And we'll see what we go back to then thereafter. Right, 4 miles to go now. Cool, we're under speed limit, so what are we, 2 miles before we go back to 200 kilometers an hour. So that should be, I think we should probably get to there. It's beeping at me because it's saying 225, but we're not gonna, there's no way we're gonna get even close to that speed by the time that we get there, because we're 3.5 miles out and we're barely over 200 kilometers now. So yeah, we'll have to I don't know how it's gonna work, but anyway, let's carry on. We've got a green light coming up, so we're all good to go there. And so 200 kilometers an hour, so we may well just about reach that 200 kilometers an hour before we have to start slowing down again. And that's what 0.7 of a mile. So we'll start obviously our slowing down process, ready for the next stop. So yeah, good. So 200. We'll stick at around 185. There's no arrival time, so we don't have to worry about being late to this this next stop. Cool. So just over 2 miles to go. Got more green lights. Alright, cool. So we need to slow down to 160 kilometers an hour. As we're starting our decrease in speed, ready to arrive at St. Pancras. Right, so we're going uphill, so we should be okay just to get a little bit of braking. Probably shouldn't need too much, as the natural hill will slow us down as well. Right, perfect. So it breaks down just a little bit, because now we've got to go down to 100. Really handy having this speed guide to slow us down a bit. Right, that's fine. We should need too much brake there, because we're now also climbing uphill again. Right, we're 1.2 miles out, so we are almost there. We're almost completing today's route. Perfect. Right, do we get a speed update? No. It goes to 80 kilometers an hour. There we go. There's a speed update, as if by magic. Alright, so let's try and stick to the 80 kilometers an hour here. So we'll just gently crawl down to put a minimum brake on. We're going uphill anyway, so we should be fine. Alright, so we're 0.9 miles outside of St. Pancras International. Good, so we're managing at 80. I don't think yeah, it's like 300 yards before it goes to 80, so we should be okay for speed on that one. So where's the tunnel entrance or exit? There you go, just coming up there. So just we go out of the tunnel, we should go to our next speed limit, which will probably go down to, I don't know, 60. Yep, 60. So oh, where'd the lights go? There we go. Right, so let's just slow down just a little bit before we can get to the 60. There we go, near enough. We should be okay to hold it there at 60. Cool. So yeah, just taking the left route here. I don't know if the right route goes anywhere. I don't think it's somewhere we go, but it obviously goes off there. Right, so we just take this turn as we come in. We've got a 40 km/h coming up just up here, so a couple of 100 yards up. And yeah, go back past our marina in a second. So we've got an amber light coming up, so just being careful. Obviously it's a warning sign somewhere. Cool, slow down just a little bit, stick to 40, yep, there we go. Oh, look, we've lost everything from the right. Okay, where's all that gone? Okay, so I guess we're sticking at 40. That's strange. Where's that gone? Oh, I guess we are just cruising in anyway, so you might as well cruise in. There's no arrival time, so yeah, we're just heading on into the to the main platform area now. So let's stick to this. So, yeah, as you can see, just coming into the station now. Go. Cool. So a couple of 100 yards before we get to our final resting place. We're speeding a little bit. Right. Oh look at that on the left. There's the train bow. I said at the beginning that we hadn't seen it, but there you go. Just as we are heading on into the station for our final stop, we finally see the train bow. There's nothing else. There you go. If nothing else, then you've seen it in today's video. So let's crawl on up to our final stop alongside said train bow. There we go. There you go. There's the graphics on the left there. All right, perfect. So let's stop here. Good. Let's unlock the doors. Let's let all these people out. And there goes the train bow. Bye, train bow. See you later. Cool, so lots of people getting off. Why does that camera keep going inside? Right, perfect. What is going on with this camera angle in a minute? There we go. There goes the train bow out the station. So let's set to neutral. Press that one. Press it. There we go. Set the power handle to max brake. There we go. Turn the lights off. We don't need them. Oh, off. There we go. And then reverser to off. Take the key out. There we go. Perfect. So that is today's route completed. Do we need to jump out? No, it just says let's see how you did. Okay, so let's head out of the train just in case it needs us to exit before we can see today's route. There we go. Perfect. So as you can see, we managed to maintain speed pretty much all the way through. We didn't actually end up speeding. Yeah, I think we stayed under speed there and yeah, carried on there. Went a little bit over speed, just at that centre bit there. But yeah, generally on the whole, we kind of managed to keep there. So stopping distances were good. We've leveled up. It took us 42 minutes to do that route today. And the total driven distance is 45 miles. So yeah, guys, I think that's a good success. We got a gold medal to go with it as well. So yeah, guys, I think that will be a great reason to end today's episode there. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't be afraid to hit the like button and yeah, put a comment in the section down below if you've enjoyed it. So yeah, as always, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel and you've enjoyed what you watch, then please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button. I say we are trying to build our subscriber levels up to our next goal, which is 500 subscribers. And as always, guys, if there's any questions, queries, comments or suggestions, then please don't hesitate to put those in the comment section down below. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care. Bye.